Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to click that like button, click that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. God sees you trying. Don't listen to them or anyone but Him, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Let's get into it. All right. God sees you trying. Don't listen to anyone but Him. All right. Keep putting your feet in front of the other. Keep moving forward. All right. In other words, keep doing what you're doing. God knows that you're doing your best. Other people that are ahead of you may have their opinion, but that's okay because there are people who had their opinion of them. So you know that your situation is not going to be any different. And I hope you do know that. All right. But you don't have to care. The only person that you need to focus on is God and making sure that you're doing right by Him and making sure that you're doing right by other people. Because everybody, it's going to have something to say if you do something. It's like when you sit around and not do anything, people will have something to say, but it's like they just see you as somebody that's sitting around not doing anything. So they won't have anything to say. Oh, he just goes to work. He just goes to the store. He just stays to himself. He don't bother nobody. He just, he's just to himself. But the minute you start to do something that has value, the minute you start to do something that people see value in, the people who have opinions are going to pop out the woodwork. Oh, I think you should be doing this that way. I think you should be doing this way. If I were you, I'd be doing it like this. Who cares how you would do it if you would do it? If you're not doing it, even if you are doing it, nobody cares. Why don't you go do what you do? Why don't you go do you how you do? Because it's you. Why don't you go do you how you do it, where you do it? And I mean, keep your opinion to yourself. Keep it to yourself. But people are going to have things to say, and it just lets you know that you're on the right track, because if you weren't doing anything, they wouldn't have anything to say at all right. So God sees that you're trying. You may have, like, people don't, people are all up in the Kool-Aid and don't even know the flavor. They don't know where you came from, how you came from, what you went through, what you're going through, but they have an opinion about you. But it's because you come off as a strong person. It's because you come off as a brave person, and you're intelligent and you're bright and you're smart. So when you are sure of yourself, people are going to come to try to test that, and it's usually going to be their own opinion that is trying to be a little negative towards you, because if you were doing something wrong, and if you weren't doing something that had any value, if you were just acting a fool, people would just be cheering you on and wouldn't nobody care about it. They'd be like, oh, okay, let's just watch him fail. But if you were doing something that is impacting people, and if you're doing something that's powerful, if you're doing something that has an impact, if you're doing something that's going to help change people's lives, it's like that's when people come out and start to say something. But it's like they already have their own thing going on. So it's like they really have time to talk about, I mean, they really have time to have an opinion about you and what you're doing if they got their own thing going on. Sometimes the answer is yes. But with that being said, it's because you're trying. Most people don't even try. Most people give up, or they don't do anything, or whatever they're doing, it's not to help anybody. When you actually are doing something that's going to help people, that's going to have a positive impact, that's going to help change people's lives, that's when everybody's going to have something to say about how you're doing it, why you're doing it, if you're the person who should be doing it. And it's usually because they feel that they should be doing something like that, or they feel that what they're doing is better. And that's okay. People are entitled to how they want to feel. But as far as you trying, as far as you doing something, as far as you being the one who's making the impact, don't care about what these people have to say, Don't listen to them. Don't listen to anyone but God. All right, because God is the one that wakes you up in the morning. God's the one that put clothes on your back, shoes on your feet, food on your table, making sure you got a nice place to stay, making sure you're warm and you're not out in the cold. All right. God is the one making all these things happen, even when it comes through other people. God is the one that ordained that and put that in place for you. All right. So other people, just don't even worry about them, because as long as you're doing what you need to do every day, as long as you're doing what you need to do to promote growth in your life, and you're even taking time out to promote growth as a whole, just so other people can stay positive as well, if they choose to, then that's a positive thing. All right, the more positive person you are, the better person you are to yourself and other people. And if other people are appreciating you and of your positivity, and they're appreciating you for what you're doing, then that's good. That's a benefit for you and them. Because when you help people, it's something that goes off in your brain. All right. It's more to just helping someone, it's more to just doing something, it's more to just serving people than just the actual act. It when you serve people, you serve yourself. When you do something, you're actually being selfish. When you help other people, you're actually selfish as hell, because it's something that makes you feel good about yourself, not from an egotistical point of view, but just the way our brains are wired as people, as divine beings, rather. All right, you know how we are on our channel, we're divine. All right, so as divine beings, when you help other divine beings, all right, reach their divinity, or just add some confirmation to how they already feel about themselves, you are changing the way your mind is wired. All right, the more you help people, the more dopamine is released in your brain, the more positive chemicals are released in your brain, the more feel good energy, the more positive energy is released within you. So that's a positive thing for you. And it's like, it's always when somebody has something positive to do, right? And when you look at people, a lot of the things that they do, it's like it helps people, but it's like once you figure out a way to really help people and to really like get inside a person's mind and make them feel better about themselves, people will have something to say, and they're going to possibly feel some type of way because they thought they were doing that, or they thought they were helping people, or they thought they had the best method, or this or that. But I mean, I don't get into that, because there's like a trillion people in the world. So that means you can have your group, somebody else can have their group, somebody else can have their group. Nobody is taking anything from anyone. But you have people who have lack mindsets, who feel that just because you're doing something, you're going to take something from them, or you're harming them in some type of way because you're getting started, or they're looking at you and they see something about you that upsets them or sets them off, or ticks them off or something like that. So they don't feel you should be the one doing it, or they feel you're doing it wrong or not good enough, but you're trying. If somebody feels you're not doing something good enough, that's too damn bad. Don't stop. Don't stop because they don't feel you're doing a good job. Don't stop because what they see you're doing as having no value. If you see it has value, if the people who are supporting it see it has value, that's all you need to focus on is your supporters. And if they're not, as the saying goes, and it still holds to its truth. All right, if they're not supporting, if they ain't supporting, they ain't important. All right, I'm gonna say it in the way to break it down. All right, if they ain't supporting, they ain't important. Real stuff. All right, real spill. If they ain't supporting, they ain't important. If you're not supporting me, you're not important to me. Not in the sense of you're not important as another divine being, because we're all somebody and we should all treat each other with some kind of respect. But if you ain't supporting me, I don't give a damn what you saying. All right, just keeping it funky. I just keep just not faking the funk to get what I want. I don't give a damn what you think about me. All right, I'm not your opinion anyhow. All right, and what people think about you is really technically on an esoteric level is what they feel about themselves, because you meet no one but yourself. It's something in you that they see about themselves that they don't like, whether it's something that they gave up on, whether it's something that they wish they had, whether it's something that they see in themselves. that they see in you that they don't see, or something that they see in you that they do see. All right, maybe it's something they need to change, but they need to change it in themselves. Complaining about you is not going to make it any better. All right, but you're working on yourself, working on making yourself better. So if you're working on making yourself better, if you're working on becoming a positive person, if you're working on becoming a better person each and every day, if every day in every way you get better and better, and if every day in every way you get richer and richer, all right, that's all you need to be focused on. You're doing your best. Don't let somebody else come along and take you off your path, especially if what you're doing makes you feel good. If what you're doing makes you feel good and you're not who you were yesterday, you shouldn't give a damn what somebody has to say. To hell with them on a hand basket. All right? Because if you're not the same negative person you were yesterday, if you're not doing the same negative, toxic, self destruction, self destroying, self eliminating things that you used to do yesterday, and you are becoming a good person for yourself, and God is allowing you to be a good person for other people as well. All right, even if you're helping them this much, all right, you may think you're doing this much, but actually be doing this much. Even every little bit counts. All right, you may think you giving them $1 million worth of gain, but you're really just giving them $1. Oh well. All right, what you have to offer matters, no matter how big, no matter how small. Don't let other people minimize or make what you're doing seem small. All right, don't let people make seem what you're doing minute or minuscule. All right, just because they may not have the tools. But everybody has a different way of doing things. This heat is out of control, y'all. I'm trying to stay warm, but this I got it on low. This stuff is out of control, y'all. Airheads is out of control. This heat, man. Anyway, even if what you're doing is small, every little bit counts. And you're doing your best. That's all that matters. All right. If you're doing your best, God sees that. If you're doing anything for him, if you're doing anything to help people, if you're doing anything to help humanity, if you're doing anything to help yourself, all right, God loves you just the same. Even if you're not helping nobody, you say, you know what, I'm just helping myself. If you're just helping yourself, that's still a good thing, because people, whether you know it or not, people are looking up to you. Even no matter how good or how bad you think you are, people are looking up to you. People are looking at you as an example. There's somebody watching you. Even if it's just somebody across the street, somebody's paying attention to you. You're motivating somebody, even if you don't think you're motivating nobody. You're motivating somebody, and somebody's looking at you as an example. Like, wow, you know what? They're doing their thing. I could do my thing. This person is being a positive force in their life. Let me be a positive force in my life. They know nobody may know you except that one person. But how do you know that one person, God's not going to do something for them, and they use you as their whole platform to grow? You know what? This person, I used to see this person do A, B, and C, and now they don't do it no more. I could possibly do something positive and something better with myself and for myself. That person may be the person to change the world. Maybe you're just the person to change that one person, and that's the person to change the world. Who knows? All right, but everybody has something that they're supposed to be doing. Everybody has something that they're good at, that they're special at, all right, that they specialize in, that they're supposed to be doing. And who's to say that that person doing what they're doing is not doing a good job? All right, so God sees you. All right, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You woke up this morning. A lot of people will try to minimize the fact that you woke up this morning, but they must not be dealing with depression. They must not be dealing with negative thoughts. They must not be dealing with a mind that they constantly have to reprogram, because they have some certain thoughts that are eating them up inside, and they're just trying to stay alive and make it through the damn day. But a lot of people have their opinion, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about, all up in the Kool-Aid, don't even know the damn flavor, but they think they have an opinion over somebody else's life and what this person is doing and how they're doing it. And they really need to go sit down somewhere and mind their funky business. All right, they really need to go sit down somewhere and mind their funky business, especially if what they're doing ain't even all that good to begin with, and they're not providing answers, and all they're doing is providing fear for people to be lost and just be aware of what's going on without a way to fix their mind and how to think about it in a way to where they can ignore it, and even though it's happening around them, still be positive, still believe in God, put God first, eliminate the troubles within, eliminate the negativity within, and not get headaches and stress from things that they're dealing with mentally. But they want to have a problem with how somebody else does something. Mind your damn business. Go sit down somewhere and go do you, and deal with your supporters, and I'll deal with mine, because God sees you trying. So do not listen to anyone about what they have to say about how you're doing it. God gave each one of us a gift. Who knows, you might be in the beginning stages of your gift. They're talking bad about you and saying how you doing this and how you doing that. Who knows? You're just getting started. You are just getting started. Who knows that you're not going to develop that into something better? Who knows where you're going to take it? Where you're at today is never always going to be where you're at tomorrow, unless you ain't doing nothing and you just sitting down, not being nothing, doing nothing, or having nothing. But there people go with their opinion. I think this, I think that. I think you should shut the bleep up and mind your funky business, because nobody's concerned about what you have to say. I'm only concerned about what God has to say. I'm only concerned about doing the best that I could do for him each and every day, and myself. That's right. I'm selfish. I'm doing the best for myself each and every day. I'm selfish. I'm selfish, baby. I can't. What? Oh man, I done jacked that up. I'm selfish, baby. I'm selfish. And I can't help it. Oh my, you're my lady, and I can't let you be with no one but me, baby. I jacked that all up, but it is what it is. All right. Calling out to all my, you're my ladies, and I can't let you be with no one but me. There we go. I got it. But yo, look, you need to be selfish, and you need to not let anybody else's opinion weigh on your mind. All right. If you clicked off, click back. Sorry if I scared you away. All right. Hopefully you stayed. I hope you stayed. Hit that like button, that share button, and don't forget to subscribe if you stayed. All right. But yo, God sees you trying and putting your best foot forward. God sees you putting your best foot forward. He knows where you were at. And just like not even to know, God knows what you're doing or what you're up to. He already knew what you were going to do before he put you here. God already knew you was going to be a rascal and a so-and-so before he put you here. He already knew you was going to be that person that you done worked your way out of, that you're glad that you're not anymore. He already knew that before he put you here. I'm telling you, I had a vision of like how we get here, and I'm not sure if this is correct or not. All right, I could be wrong, but yo, it was God behind me, some angels and some clouds, and I was looking down at the earth, and I think that's how we get sent off, y'all. And that was just a vision that I had. All right, one day when I had took a little nap, went to sleep, and that's what I saw. That's what I remember from my dream. I remember when I was coming back here to come do something. All right, so we're all sent here to do something. All right, everybody has something to do. All right, so just keep doing your best. God sees you doing your best, especially if you're not who you were yesterday. People don't know what you went through. People don't know what you went through, what you're going through, and but they have their opinion, they have their judgments. And if somebody is doing something positive and they're affecting people in a positive way, who are you to say? Don't listen to them. You should look at them like a nobody. You went through hell, came through hell and back. You know that you were going through some things in life that took you to some places, and now you're glad just to be alive and glad you had got through those things. All right, people don't know what you experienced, they don't know what you went through, and they don't have to. But the thing is, the fact that you overcame those things, right? The fact that you were able to overcome those things, the fact that you were able to find strength still, God was still there for you still. All right. The fact that you were able to find strength in him, yourself, your story, the glory of God and all those things. There are other people who feel some type of way about you that don't have nothing to do with that. They don't have you, they don't have nothing to do with that. They just want to be judgmental. All right. A lot of people were probably judgmental to them. A lot of people probably called them out on things. All right. They probably grew up around a lot of judgmental people, judging them on this, judging them on that. All right, we all grew up around a lot of judgmental people, but you don't become one of them. You don't go out and be judgmental towards other people that aren't doing anything to you. Of course, you're gonna have opinion to somebody put in the comments, I don't judge. I'm like, bro, what do you mean don't judge? These people are affecting me in a negative way, and I'm just voicing my opinion on it. If somebody's not affecting you in a negative way and you're just giving your opinion just to give it, that's a different story. But if you have people doing things to you and constantly trying to get a reaction out of you or affect you in a negative way, that's different. You just explaining how you feel about it. That's you just talking about your experience. But if you're not experiencing me other than just what you see, and a person's not being negative, person's not being toxic, they're not out here shooting up the community, not out here drugging up the community, selling this and selling that and hurting this family and destroying that family and just being a rascal, then just let them be. They may have a different way of doing things than you do. That's okay. Let them live. But the thing is, people can't, because a lot, as much positivity as people think they have, some people is just negative, y'all. I'll accept my negativity. That's why That's why I'm a advocate for self improvement, and that's why I stay to myself a lot. I know I'm negative sometimes, or maybe all the time. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not making anybody else experience my negativity. I'm not taking out how I feel on other people. I'm having a bad day. You gonna feel this. That's not what I'm doing over here. I'm looking at ways to heal my mind. I'm looking at ways to make myself feel better. Once I found out that I didn't have to feel as negative as I did, it was off to the races. I'm like, you telling me I don't have to feel like this? You telling me I don't have to look at life like that? You telling me I could think positively about myself and have a positive outlook on life and have a positive self identity? Wait a minute now. All right. And once I found those things out, I just ran with it. And I knew what I knew to be true because it helped me. Once I learned it, and I said, you know what? There are a lot of other people who could benefit off this. And that's what people are really upset with. They're upset that at how you do things. All right. People get upset and angry at the person who figures something out and how to do it that'll actually help people. All right. When people think that they're helping people and they're not really helping people like they think they are, and they find someone who is, they get in their feelings about it and they feel some type of way about it, but that's too damn bad. We're all helping people to a certain point. But if somebody is doing it their way and their way is working and they're gaining attraction, they're helping people, they're gaining momentum with their movement, just leave them alone. Just leave them the hell alone, all right? But the thing is, you're putting one foot in front of the other. You're doing the best you can, and if you don't think God sees that, you wasting your time. If other people see it and you're helping other people, don't you think God sees that? If you weren't helping people, you wouldn't be getting anywhere, and you wouldn't be getting blessed like you are. You wouldn't be seeing your future as bright as it is. So continue on your path. You're doing something positive. You're doing something great. All right. You don't have to be on no social media platform to be helping people. You could be helping people by just being a positive influence in your own life. Everybody sees everybody. Somebody is watching everybody. Somebody is looking at you right now, thinking about you right now, like, wow, that's a real positive person. I like the way she lives her life. I think I could do something positive in my life. That's a real positive person. I think God, you could just be ringing them up at the store. They could just have rung you up at the store. You could just be walking past them. It could be somebody that you hold the door for. It could be someone that sees you while you're out to eat. All right, it doesn't. You don't know how God works. God works in mysterious ways. His ways are past finding out. All right. You could be helping somebody just by being alive and just by taking care of your business every day. That could actually be you helping someone. Them seeing you get up, go to work, come home, in your car, in your home, uh, dressing nice, looking presentable, being professional. Somebody could be looking at you and be like, yo, man, she got it going on. I gotta get my stuff together. He got it going on. I gotta get myself together. All right. You could, whatever you're consistent with, whatever you're doing that's positive, however you're keeping your life together, improving your life, being a great person that you are already, that you know you are. You're doing the best that you can. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. People underestimate people and people want to down people for where they're at. not knowing where they came from. Don't worry about how those people feel about what you're doing and who you are and how you do it. You're not coming at them and how they do things. And they're the way they do it is probably whack and corny. And they probably just putting fear in people and not actually helping nobody. Just because you cover a certain topic and bring light to it, okay, we understand. But what are you doing besides bringing light to a certain topic and making people aware of problems? Are you making people aware of solutions? Are you helping people out mentally so they could get over things? Are you just making people aware of things and what's going on? So now they have this feeling, or now they have this awareness, but they have no avenue or no outlet or no way to take care of it, or to look at it in a way to where they don't have the issue with it anymore, to where even though it's happening, they can still go live their life in a positive way. Nah, 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 boo boo is happening, but it don't affect me, not you. I mean, it's not gonna affect me. It's gonna affect you. So it's like, if you're able to if you're able to deal with situations and look at situations from a point to where people appreciate it, and it's bringing them clarity and it's making them feel better, it's making them feel good, more power to you. All right. More, you may be doing it on a grand scale, you may be doing it on a minuscule scale. It's better to help one person than to help none person. Even if you just help one person, that's good enough. All right, you may be the person in the community that everybody looks up to. All right, people are looking up to you and you don't even know it. I'm telling you, you don't have to be on no social media platform. You don't have to be posting positive quotes on Facebook. You don't have to be doing none of that. There are people looking at you and your life right now, gaining inspiration from it. All you're doing is getting up and going to work every day and coming home. There are people who are gaining inspiration from you. You may not even be doing that. You may just be keeping yourself together, and you may just have got out of something that you went through that was traumatic, or you may just have got out of something, or you just may have fixed your life right now. You may not have nothing going on except for the fact that, yo, you know what? I'm not doing what I used to do. There are people who know you for who you used to be and see that you're not that person anymore, and they're looking at you like, wow, we all are inspiring somebody. We're all being an inspiration to somebody. You don't have to be you don't have to be doing anything that's reaching all kinds of people or anything like that. You don't have to do that. You're still inspiring people. Just when people see you out in the world, you're inspiring somebody. Somebody's gaining inspiration from you. So keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep trying. Keep moving forward, because God sees you and He's proud of you. Other people may not be proud of you. They may have something bad to say, something negative to say, something evil to say, something wicked to say. They may have their old evil, stank, negative, booty opinion about you, but who cares? Because God sees what you're doing, and you're changing lives, even if it's just one life, even if it's just the people in your community, even if you're volunteering at a senior citizen home and these people got maybe next to 3 months to 1 year left to live. You're still inspiring people. You might inspire one of them people to live for an extra 5 months. It doesn't matter what other people think. To hell with them on a handbasket. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward. Keep raising the bar. Keep doing the positive things in your life that you're doing. You do one positive thing, then another positive thing, then another positive thing, and after a whole year, your whole life could be different. Your whole life could change. You could be you. You won't even recognize yourself at the end of the year. But if you take heed to what these negative people say, and if you accept their judgment, and if you allow them to make you feel bad about yourself, which is going to cause you to backslide because you've accepted somebody's negative view of you, just because they have a negative internal view of themselves, low key, no matter how out front and positive and this and that they feel they are. And you could tell by how people talk about people how they feel about themselves. Proof is in the pudding. The devil's in the details. You can tell how people talk. You can tell how people feel about themselves when they talk about other people. So, yo, God sees you trying. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the doubters. All right. Don't listen to negative people. Don't listen to anyone but God, man. When you know you're doing something right, yo, almost almost went on a tangent there. You know you're doing something right. Almost did it again too. You know you're doing something right when you get a good feeling from what you're doing. All right, like that little kid when he had that dream. He said, when you and you It's probably what I get for making fun of him. It's probably deep in my subconscious somewhere. Um, you know you're doing something right when you feel good about what you're doing. And you know you're doing something wrong when you feel negative about what you're doing. When you get that negative, anxious, I shouldn't be doing this feeling, or this doesn't feel right feeling, you know you're not doing something positive. So if you're doing something positive and you get a good feeling from it, and on top of that, you're getting good rapport with the people who you're dealing with, or the people who are supporting you, the people who are gaining inspiration with you. All right, you're inspired, they're inspired, we're all inspired. You're doing something good. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, because by the time you look up, you're going to be at the end of the finish line. By the time you look up, you'll be at the top of the mountain. By the time you look up, you'll be way further ahead of the game than you thought you would be if you just stayed there in the same position, not going anywhere. You know what? They said that. I'm not going to do this anymore. They said this about me. I'm not going to try anymore. Somebody doesn't like the way I perform or the way I do my thing. I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore because of what they said. They have a problem with how I run my business. I'm not gonna do it anymore because they don't like it. To hell with them, on a handbasket. Who cares what they have to say? Don't become depressed. Don't fight your way out of depression just to get back into being depression because you care too much about what people think and what they have to say. That's what that detachment video is about. All right. When people say something and you feel some type of way about it, write it down. Why do I feel this way about what this person said? Why do I feel this way about what this person said? Is this important? Is this something that I have to feel this way about? Is what they said something that I have to feel some type of way about? Do I have to feel like this about what they said really? No, you don't. So once you write that down, this is how I felt about it. This is what they said. I felt about it because I might have a negative story that relates to this that resurfaced in my mind because I may not have been the most positive person in the past. But do I have to feel negative about what this person said? No, the heck I don't. I don't have to feel negative the way somebody else feels about me. I don't have to feel negatively about the way somebody else feels about me. They can go feel that way about themselves. I don't have to feel that way. So you may not be doing it the way they like it. They may think what you're doing has no value. They may think what you're doing is insignificant, but that's okay. Who cares what they think? Because God sees you trying. So keep trying. Don't stop doing something that God blessed you with. Don't give up on your gift because God blessed you with that gift. They may not see it as a gift. They may just see you holding a camera in front of your face and running your mouth. They may just see you going to help some old people every week. They may just see you getting up and going to work every day. They may just see you sitting around not doing anything, not knowing what you just came out of, and you're actually doing a lot of work on your mind and becoming a more positive person and a better person to put you in a position to make a change in your life even further. Who knows how God is working for you? Maybe you are just supposed to sit right there right now because what you've been through is so stressful. You actually need some time to just relax and get your mind together and figure things out. People like to be opinionated because they got this feeling of this of I know what's best for everybody, or I'm so great that I could tell everybody what to do. I know what's best for everybody. That's good. You feel you're great. That's good. You feel you can lend a helping hand to people, but how are you helping them? Are you just being negative and just not really helping, or are you being a positive person and actually helping? Because there's a difference. All right, some people, they get so full of themselves that they feel they know everything, and they're not taking regard of how people are living their life, what they've been through, what they went through. Is it just a blessing that they woke up this morning? Yes, it is a blessing that you woke up this morning, because some of us have felt so negative that we felt we didn't even deserve to be here, and the fact that we're still here is a blessing. So if somebody feels some type of way about that, oh well, go to hell on a handbasket. We're still here. We're still kicking. All right. We still about to take names and kick some ass too. And we're still about to do our thing. We're still about to stay positive. We're still about to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And we're not going to stop for the likes of you. All right. No matter how you feel about it, you and your stanky heart. All right. You and your stank trash garbage heart. that you may have. I hope you don't, but you know, you think we need to work on us. You may need to work on you. It is what it is, y'all. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't stop for nobody. Can't nobody stop you now. All right, you're a king, you're a queen. Put on your crown, and yo, just keep moving forward. God sees that you're trying, and He sees you're doing your best. Don't give up for anybody else. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. We out.